Okay, I know this doesn't have anything to do with Lego, but my mom made me a lovely cat calendar. And if you don't know, I'm a big fan of cats. Go follow my Instagram to see. That's not one of my cats, it's just a cat. But yeah, let's get into today's video. It's not going to be this, but it's going to be a Minifigure Monday, because you know what day it is, right? Sunday, but it's going to come out Monday.
Yeah, right, yeah.
Alright, let's get you back on the tripod. You're kind of freaking out.
Wait, I don't want to get on the tripod. I don't have to get back on the tripod till tonight, you said.
Okay, that sounds really sauce. Okay, I am very, very sorry for that cringy intro. Words cannot describe. Oh yeah, let's get the double action going here. Dr. Pepper, Diet Dr. Pepper. We're kicking off Monday right. Sort of.
The pause that refreshes.
Yes, and before we continue, we have to remind you about the box. The box will be open at 1,000, so if you want to see what's in this box, subscribe right now. Also, subscribe, follow my Instagram. But anyway, Dave, what are we doing today? What day is it? It's
Minifigure Monday, bruh.
But before we look at what minifigure we're doing today, we have to first give a little shout out to somebody. Somebody that has been a long-time supporter of the channel.
Our long-suffering sponsor, the one, the only, Cosby's Bricks.
Also, Fresher AC, we were going to do the shout-out first.
Back up.
Okay, so, first of all, let's start with the sponsor first. Cosby's Brick League Store. Go buy from him. He has a Brick League Store. And what do you use, Dave? What do you use at checkout? A code to save you 10% off?
Gee, let me think. It's right on the tip of my tongue. I got this.
Brickafit!
Yeah, Brickafit, that's right.
Use it to code 10% off. And also, a long-time supporter, here's a few of his comments. Fresher Arc, or Fresher AC, I think it's Fresher Arc. But thank you, man. You've been on countless live streams and countless videos you've commented on, so thank you so much. Anyway, without further ado, let's look at our Minifigure Monday figure. Okay, so who is this? This is the minifigure.
This is my young Padawan, my young friend, my one and only begotten son, young Joshua, is Rosie the Riveter, baby!
And we're going to learn the history about her, but before we do that, let's learn about this figure from Brickmania. So she has a nice baby blue outfit. Is that probably history accurate?
Well, Rosie and many women whom she represents worked in the defense industries during World War II. So yes, this would be very representative of the type of outfits they would wear while working on the assembly line or riveting planes together and welding and whatnot.
Yes, we'll learn a little bit more about her in a second, but we can have some nice details here. What's that little patch, or do you know?
I do not know, my young Padawan.
Well, do you know... Okay, let's first talk about the color of the figure. It's not your standard white, because...
This is a very interesting figure, actually. This is from Brickmania. And Brickmania, I think in a very cool fashion, made Rosie the Riveter available as a white Caucasian, as a brown Hispanic, and as a black. And it's actually very representative of what happened during World War II, because the government desperately needed women to fill the workplace of all the jobs that were vacated by men who went off to fight World War II. So they engaged in a campaign to encourage women to become welders and to become riveters and whatnot. And one of the cool things about the campaign was that millions of women responded. They were incredibly important to the war effort.
And all different types.
And yes,
all different races.
Actually, for one of the first times in
American
history, you had blacks, Hispanics, and whites all working together.
Which is great. I mean,
and historians have said that this helped break down social barriers between the races.
I can see that.
And also was instrumental in getting women into the workforce like never before. They proved that yes, they could do any job a man could do, probably do it better.
Possibly, better. And I think Brickmania is really doing a nice thing here by representing it. Even though it might not sell as well as, you know, a military figure, I still think it's really, really cool to see this. Looking at the details, it's just a beautiful, beautiful outfit. Now, this does come at a little bit of a price tag at $27, which is a little bit more than their normal figures, but you get the hair hat combo, which is just so incredible, and you get a nice printing, so I don't mind paying $27 for this figure. Plus, you get that riveter thing over there, which is really cool. We'll talk about more about that tool in a second, but
she's a very unique figure.
Just awesome. Dave, what do you love most about this figure? I love the color. I love the color.
I love the color, but I really like what Rosie the Riveter represents, and I think it's really, really cool and classy that Brickmania came out with this particular figure, and I wish we had acted sooner, because I would like to have Rosie in all three of her different iterations. Yes.
Now you kind of got a little sneak peek of the history, but Dave, let's learn more about Rosie the Riveter, and a essential character in American history that funded and fueled the work efforts back home, the workforce.
Yeah, I mean,
in World War II. We
couldn't have won World War
Yeah.
II. Everybody had to be mobilized, and the men were all fighting, and women stepped up and they filled the void, and they did a great job. Rosie was the star of a government campaign to encourage women to join the workforce. She became an iconic figure. She appeared in posters. She even appeared in a 1944 movie. The idea for her actually came about from a 1942 hit song. That was a smash hit here in America, and the first verse goes like this: all day long, whether rain or shine, she's part of the assembly line. She's making history, working for victory. Rosie Brr, the Riveter. That was the first line. You can see why that was a smash hit.
Yes.
And as I mentioned, they made a movie about her in 1944. The bandana-clad Rosie the Riveter became one of the most successful recruitment campaigns ever in the history of
Even
America.
better than I Want You, right?
Right up there, I'll tell you that. And interestingly, she apparently was based on a real-life woman, a woman named Naomi Parker Fraley. She worked at a machine shop at the Naval Air Base in Alameda, California, and there's a 1942 picture taken of her wearing the iconic red bandana. And
If you can find that picture, I'll show it up on screen right now.
yeah, so a lot of history and a lot of just a very cool minifigure. And there's lots of ink that has been spilled over Rosie the Riveter, and you can read more for yourself. I just hit a couple of the highlights, but you know, just very important history that sometimes is overlooked.
Yeah, women, they're overall in history, you know, men are the dominant, and it turns out, and quite rightfully so, that women can do just as good as men, and this is proving that.
Yeah.
Back in 1940, basically right after the women's movement of 1920s, so yeah, awesome history, and it's great to see that, you know, even back then, you know, the social barriers were being broken, and hopefully we can continue to social barriers today.
Yeah. So there you have it. Thank you, Brickmania, for bringing.
Yes, and I hope you do more stuff like this.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. All right. So we're going to get back to working on our tank. Sneak preview, little teaser.
Bum bum bum. Bum bum bum.
Yeah.
Bum bum bum.
So, all right.
All right. Yeah.
Thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging in there with us. And thank you, Rosie the Riveter, for making America a better place and saving us from the fascist hordes. That's a... Whoop. I meant to do that. Scout's honor sign, not this. So, anyway.
Scouts honor. Yeah.
Okay, I'm out of here. Bye.
Scouts honor, guys. See you on the next one.